Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Guy here. And up here today, guys, we are here with probably the first TV show review that I've done on this channel. Now, lately I've been watching a lot of TV shows at night. Normally I would watch YouTube at night and just watch people on YouTube. But, you know, I've got a ton of TV shows on DVD, and I have all the streaming services like Netflix and stuff. Plus there's the internet, so you can pretty much find any TV show that you want to watch. Now, lately I've been watching a lot of animated stuff. I've been watching things like Big Mouth, Rick and Morty, and lately BoJack Horseman. But I did watch a DVD TV series that I happen to own, which was more of a cartoon than it was an adult animation. And I remember watching this show a few years ago on Netflix, and then I got the DVD, and I thought I'd watch it again. But yeah, it's nice to watch some TV shows. Now, before I go into that, I just want to say that I don't watch TV, you know, as normal people watch TV. You know, watch the show, you know, every week or whatever, you know, weekly shows. When they're first aired is what I'm trying to say. I tend to watch TV shows when they come out on Netflix or DVD or something like that, and then watch them at my own pace, because I only really get to watch them at night before I go to bed. So, but that's normally how I watch my TV shows. But today we are reviewing Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Really, it's a cartoon. It's a kid's show. I don't think cartoons have an age limit on them. I really don't. Yeah, you've got, you know, the adult animated stuff like your Rick and Morty and your Family Guy, South Park, and all that good stuff. But I think I didn't actually watch a lot of Marvel and DC comic cartoons when I was younger. I was more into the original Cartoon Network. You know, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Johnny Bravo, you know, all of those good things. I don't really like the new Cartoon Network. And I remember watching this one on Netflix a few years ago. Well, more than a few years ago. You know, I can't remember when I watched it, but I'm sure it was on the English Netflix. I don't know. Now, I'm a big Marvel fan. You know me. I love me some Marvel and superheroes and all that good stuff. But you know, this one, when I first watched it, I really enjoyed it, and I thought I'd give it another watch before I, you know, give my full opinions on it. You can't really do a review on a show that you watched, you know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. You know, it's good to watch it within the last few months and then talk about it. Now, again, I like the Avengers. I think the Avengers are a good group of superheroes. You've got enough characters in there from the beginning. You know, you've got your Captain America, you've got your Iron Man, you know, you've got Thor and Hulk, the 4 original Avengers. But this show tries to extend on that by including, you know, Black Widow and Hawkeye, Wasp and Ant-Man, and Black Panther and Miss Marvel. And it also does a lot of some episodes with some other characters, you know, like Spider-Man, Wolverine's in the show, you know, the Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So there is quite a few superheroes, and as well villains as well, and I do like that it has a nice cast of characters and it doesn't stick to just being a few characters. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, you know, problem is when you have a lot of characters in a TV show, you can't really develop a story for them. And now, Earth's Mightiest Heroes is 52 episodes. You can get this box set quite cheap these days. It's only about a tenner. And 52 episodes isn't a bad amount of episodes for a TV show, especially a cartoon to have. Now, there are a ton of cartoons that have hundreds of episodes like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry's over the year, and different shows within that the same name. But this was you know, its own thing. Yes, it took the Avengers Marvel name, but they kept it contained in one TV show. and they haven't really carried it on in another TV show. If there's been another Avengers show, it's got nothing to do with this one, and vice versa. I like having a TV show that does have a nice amount of characters, but this show does actually do quite a few episodes where you have the episodes where they're all together, and then you have the episodes which focus more on the one character, developing them, a story, you know, because each of the stories, the episodes are probably based on a comic. Like it is within Marvel and superhero TV shows, the episodes are taken from a comic, and then they change it up a little bit and stuff like that. And I can't sit here and compare each episode to a comic because I haven't read the comics enough to know every single episode and what it's based on. But again, you can think that the cinematic universe did take some inspiration from some of the episodes in this show. I definitely think it has, and the way the Marvel movies, cinematic movies are going now, it seems like we've nearly got the full roster here now, of course, with the Captain Marvel movie coming out and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's going to be the final cut of the Avengers or what in the movies, but we're not here to talk about the movies, we're here to talk about the show. Now, I really enjoyed this show from the beginning, you know. And like I said, it does a good job of introducing each character, giving a story behind them. And I like how the episodes link to other episodes. So, you know, one episode might come back later on in another episode and they'll continue that story on. And it doesn't seem out of place. It doesn't seem like none of the episodes have a meaning. There might be one or two episodes that you think, you know, was it really necessary? But I do like it. I think all the characters have the personality of the character in the comic, like Iron Man. You know, Iron Man's quite, you know, stuck up and stuff. Captain America, you know, he's inspirational. He's a team builder. You know, Thor, again, you know, and I really do like how each character is their own character and feels like their own character. They just haven't, you know, half-assed it. They did do a good job on the character development in the show. But again, if you already know the character, you should know what to expect from them. And because I sort of do know the characters quite well, I know what to expect from them, and I wasn't disappointed in it. I really like the colour palette and the animation style in this show. It reminds me a little bit, I think this was 2000 and I don't know when this came out. I think it was like 2005, 2006, early 2000s, I think it was. It sort of reminds me a little bit like Ben 10 in some of the animation styles. Now, I haven't watched Ben 10 a lot. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but just the style of animation. Now, I think originally this wasn't a Disney one. I'm not sure. I think this was before Disney got the rights to Marvel, but obviously with this box set they've updated it to be Disney, but I'm not sure, I might be wrong on that one. So yeah, it is more of a kid show than an adult Marvel show, but I think if you're a fan of Marvel, whether you're an adult or a kid, I think you're going to enjoy this show. There's quite a few hidden characters and some sort of characters that make you go, wow, you know, that character's in the show. That the Guardians of the Galaxy in this show, there was an episode with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but it didn't have Drax and Gamora. It actually had Warlock, and I've forgotten the other character's name. It was a female character, but it weren't Gamora, I can assure you that. So, you know, there's some characters for the old, you know, because the new generation of Marvel fans, if they were to watch this show and see the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, see Groot, Rocket, and you know, Peter Quill, Star-Lord, should I say, you know, and then go, where's Drax and, you know, kids would go, where's Drax and Gamora, who are these two? And then the older generation go, oh, I know who they are, they're the original or whatever. So it does do that quite well, and I do like that the characters in this show stick to having more of the original costumes rather than the newer costumes, should I say. You know, like, for example, Iron Man uses the traditional yellow and red. Again, Hawkeye's got the purple, outfit on rather than the, the black outfit that he wears in the movies. And again, because this was sort of before the movie as well, so it doesn't do that. But I do like that a lot of the villains and stuff like Hydra and AIM look like the normal characters. And I like, Baron Zemo is in the yellow and purple costume, and it looks more like the classic comic costumes and design rather than the more modernized Marvel universe. And that's what I like. It doesn't feel old, this show. It does feel like a modern show, but because of all the character costumes and the characters in the show, it feels more like the older generation of Marvel characters, and I really do like that. It has its funny moments in there. There are a few little funny moments in there. There's some serious moments. Like I said, the episodes each build up, and there's some sub stories that get answered into episodes. I think originally this was actually just a micro series. They did it as like a micro series, and then they combined it into one series. I think that's what happened. I'm not entirely sure, but nonetheless, I really, really did like this show. I think it was one of the better Marvel Avengers shows. Now, I don't know how many Avengers TV shows there are. I know there's that newer one was Avengers Assemble, which I watched the first episode of, but I never got around to watching any more of it. And there was one from 1999, which I do have, but that's only 13 episodes. If you're a fan of like old school 2D style animated, drawing style animated rather than the 3D style animated, you'll also enjoy this one. I've always preferred the 2D animation to the 3D animation. Even though I did like Star Wars Rebels and the Clone Wars, I still think this style of animation has its place in today's society, and I think it really works. I think if they were to do another Marvel Avengers TV show, it would be nice to see the newer style of Avengers, but at the same time, some people do like the classics, and I do like the classic as well. It's 4-disc set, 4 box set, 8 discs, and it basically originally released in volumes, but you can get the box set with every single episode on here. 52 episodes, not bad, not the most episodes in a TV show, but at the same time, it doesn't overstay its welcome. The show leads up to a good ending, against Galactus, obviously, probably one of the most dangerous of the Marvel villains, or, well, I guess we can call it a villain, but, and I do like how it reaches its climax, it's giggity, and it follows through, basically. It starts, with the people not really, knowing they can work together, and then, of course, they'll get together, they have their breakups, they have their fights, and, traditional cartoon, TV show stuff. But at the same time, I don't think this show really left me going, unsatisfied. It ended quite well, and, the rest, yes, they did miss out on a few characters they could have really used, Thanos and stuff like that. I think Doctor Doom would have been a nice villain to have more of in it. But, each character in this show does feel pretty, unique, and I wouldn't say, well, not unique, but more or less like what they should be like. And I think overall, this is probably one of my top Marvel TV shows I've watched. Now, I don't know what cartoon I'm going to go and watch next. I'm tempted to watch the X-Men 90s cartoon, but I only have seasons 1 to 3. I need to get 4 and 5. So maybe when I get 4 and 5, I might watch them. But Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, or The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Another thing I forgot to mention is that the soundtrack, the theme song, is really catchy. I'm tempted to sing it right now, but I don't really want to. So if you want to check that song out, it's called Fight as One, and it's by Bad City. You can find it on YouTube and maybe Spotify as well, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I do like that song, and it fits quite well with the show. It's upbeat, teamwork, and it's about the Avengers. So nonetheless, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Avengers. How many stars would I give this if I'm going on stars? Because movies and TV shows were rated on stars. I give it a 4-star show. It's definitely a good one. I wouldn't say it's the best Marvel cartoon. I think the X-Men cartoon is probably better in my opinion. But the show doesn't feel laid out in any way. You know, it doesn't feel boring. You know, it does want to keep you watching. This is one of those shows that you're like, oh, I kind of want to watch the next episode, you know. But I really did enjoy this show. It's not the best Marvel cartoon, I know. But I think it's one of the better modern ones. It's that modern that isn't too modern, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. I don't really do a lot of TV show reviews. But I think lately, because I've been watching so many... it's good to have a physical version as well. Like I said, I've been watching BoJack Horseman lately, and that's probably what I'm going to get finished next. I don't know what I'm going to go on to next, but I do like the adult animation, but sometimes it's good to unwind and just, you know, let your inner child out and watch some kick-ass cartoons. I don't think anyone can deny that cartoons still have a place in today's society. I think cartoons are a great way to unwind, whether they're adult cartoons or, you know, children's cartoons or just cartoons in general, like Looney Tunes and stuff. I mean, I've got a freaking Looney Tune written on my, tattooed on my bloody arm. That's how much cartoons have meant to me. They mean a lot because they're stupid, they're not realistic, and they're just funny or they're just entertaining. You know, a TV show doesn't need to be this hyper-realistic drama with really disturbing scenes or really intense scenes. It could, you know, you can get the same effect from watching a cartoon, because a cartoon, you know that it's not real, but at the same time it's crazy how they can impact your life and how they can impact how you look at things. I don't know. If there's anything I've learned from the Avengers, Mightiest Heroes, I don't know. I guess you can do an Avengers TV show really well if you want to. I don't know if there's any bad ones out there, but I don't know. I enjoyed this show. I think 4 stars is a good amount to give it, but I don't know what if there's going to be any more TV shows reviews in the future. There probably will be. I just wanted to try something different today, something more chilled out and stuff. But nonetheless, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave a like, and of course, comment below. Let me know if you watch this TV show. What cartoons do you watch? If you do, you watch cartoons. Where do you watch your TV shows? Do you watch them daily? Or do you watch them at your own pace on things like Netflix and YouTube and God knows what else of streaming services they provide in today's society? And of course, guys, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. All social media links in the description below. And of course, guys, have a nice day. That was terrible, but whatever. Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye. Oh, important announcement. I will not be here next Saturday. I'm going down to my mum's next Saturday. Just me. I'm going to have a few days at my mum's. And well, I say my mum's, but at my family's, should I say. There might be a pickups video that I might do, a game hunting pickups video down there. And see what I can find. I don't know. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it and don't do it, or say that I'm not going to do it and then do it. We'll just see if it happens. If it happens, it happens. Anyway, take care and bye-bye.